Okay guys, and a very warm welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to talk about how the DSX 900 handles compared to the V-Strom 650. And the main difference is the suspension setup, the 21-inch wheel on the DSX as opposed to the smaller wheel on the Suzuki, and the overall setup of the suspension on this particular model. Now, as we know, the V-Strom 650 is an icon of a bike, but to be honest, the chassis setup and everything about the suspension is pretty dated. It's an old design that's been going around for many years. And one of the reasons I'm doing this video, this comparison video, is because I've actually sold a V-Strom, so it's quite a sad day and the V-Strom's going. In fact, I'm on a journey now to take it down to a motorcycle shop, and the guy that's bought the V-Strom is having it reduced to an A2 license. He's just passed his A2 test, and it's been reduced from the 70 brake horsepower that it is at the moment down to, I think it's 46 for the A2 license. I could be wrong, I think it's 46. So yeah, I'm going down, we're going to do the bank transfer, I'm going to do the paperwork, and the bike's going to get handed over. So a bit of a bittersweet day. But what I wanted to say to you guys about the handling of this bike, previously, before I had the Voge 900 DSX, I thought this was a cool little bike. It handled well, plenty of performance. It's called an adventure sports tour, and it has got some get up and go when you wind it on. It's quite nippy throughout the gears. But since I've had the DX, I think I've rode it once, and once only. I've been giving my time to the DSX to get it running and get some kilometers on the bike. And yesterday, because I've sold it, the ITV, which is the 2-year vehicle test, it's the MOT in the UK, I don't know what it is in the other countries, but it's a vehicle inspection test anyway, and all vehicles under 10 years old in Spain get a 2-year test. Once you get over 10 years old, it drops down to every 12 months. So I took the bike down for its test, down some of these rough roads that I'm going to travel on in a moment, covered in sand and shale and chippings and all sorts. And it reminded me, firstly, how twitchy the suspension was, the non-adjustable suspension, namely on the front end. The rear suspension, you've got you can adjust the rear suspension, and you can damp it down on a dial on the side of the bike. It's quite handy. But this bike has always been twitchy on sand. It's just got standard road tyres, Bridgestone road tyres on it. But it tramlines very easy on ruts and dings in the road, and on sand it wants to step out quite easy as well. And chippings, it's a nightmare. So I was constantly looking on my journey to get the vehicle inspection test done at the condition of the road, and I was surprised how not uncomfortable I was on the bike. I mean, I've had the bike for a long time, I'm used to the bike, but how different it was from the DSX 900. Now the DSX 900, I've been scraping the top stand on some of the bends with my wife on the back pillion. We've been getting over on it, and the tyres on the DSX 900 are absolutely superb. Again, the road biased, the Pirelli Scorpion tyres, but more road biased than adventure riding biased, but they're really rippy and really confidence inspiring. Now, I don't know why the DSX 900 should handle, certainly on the twisties and on the bends and on roads that are rough and got a rough bit of surface to them, and also sand and shale and all sorts on them, why it should handle so different. Now, one of the reasons I can put it down to is the 21-inch front wheel. Now, in the past, if you had a dual sport or an adventure bike with a 21-inch front wheel, it was noticeable that the turning in into corners was never quite as precise and as quick as something with a smaller sport orientated wheel. But for some rare and strange reason, on my two bikes, the V-Strom I'm on at the moment and the DSX, it's the contrary. I don't know whether it's the rake on the steering, the fact that it's got a steering damper on the front, or what is causing the effect, but to my mind, and I mean, everybody has different riding styles and different riding skills and different proficiency, but for me it turns in smoother and quicker, more confidence inspiring than this 650 V-Strom. So yeah guys, a bit of a sad day. I was going to get it down and get it sold, but where I was having second thoughts prior to this day and obviously getting the vehicle inspection done on it, they all dissipated on the ride there and on the ride back. Now it's a ride down through the mountains, and although we're touching 41 degrees today, which I would imagine is about 108, maybe 110 Fahrenheit, so it's stonking hot. And everybody in Spain rides around on every type of bike, super sports, adventure tourers, every bike you can think of. I'm just looking in the rear view mirror because my wife's following me and I've lost sight of her. She's running me back afterwards, so we'll slow down, not that I'm going too quick. Yeah, I was saying that everybody in Spain tends to ride in flip-flops and shorts in these sort of temperatures, and it's just ludicrous. I mean, if you come off, I'm kitted up, I've got a pair of adventure style trainers on, but they are toe protected, heel protected. I've got a jacket on, I've got gloves, and I've got standard jeans on, but at least I've got something what will save a bit of skin should I take a tumble. But the way that some people ride around is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, you're really talking like R1s going down the motorway, shirts right up the back, shorts, and flip-flops, although it's illegal to ride in flip-flops on a motorbike or a car. No one seems to bat an eyelid. Now I know it's stonking hot, and I've bought this new mesh jacket that's working tremendously. Although it's 40 degrees, I'm not overly hot, so the air is passing through it. What I probably should have done before I came out was soak the jacket and then put it on wet and let it evaporate. That would have kept me a bit cooler. But yeah, what I was saying, on the way home on the V-Strom, I got over any sort of doubts that I had about selling it. It's been a fantastic bike. We've had some great runs on it. We've really enjoyed using it, and we've had some great adventures on it. But the new bike, we're munching the miles. Now, some of the differences, okay, the suspension and the way the handles on the curves and the bends is a negative for me for the V-Strom. But let's look at some of the good things about this bike. And I've said in previous videos, the engine is bulletproof. You see 150,000 miles, not kilometers, on these bikes, no problem whatsoever. The V-twin engine in this and the 1000 is absolutely sweet as a nut. It sounds sweet, it rides sweet. Then we've got the gearbox. The gearbox on it, butter smooth, butter sweet. So again, there are good points. I mean, to have a Japanese style gearbox and a Japanese style engine that are very distinctive, even though this is a V-twin and it would be lumpy if it was a European V-twin or it was an American V-twin. The Japanese have got this way of making all their bikes silky smooth. I mean, in any gear, I'm in 4th gear now, I'm only bobbling, but the low down torque's there's no grunt growl, it's just this nice revvy Japanese style engine that really sounds sweet. Yeah, like I said earlier, sad day, the bike's going, but in hindsight I'm head over heels in love with the DSX 900. It's a super bike, we both enjoy it. The only thing difference is that is more of a trail style riding experience, engine, gearbox, etc., where this is wanting to be a trail bike or an adventure bike, but it's more of a road orientated sports bike, if I'm honest. So they're the differences. Super smooth gearbox on this, super smooth engine, can't fault it, bulletproof, go forever, build quality absolutely superb. But out of preference, the extra few ponies on the DSX 900 and the way it rides and the way it makes me feel when I ride it, a big thumbs up. And also the gearbox and everything are smoothing out tremendously on the DSX 900 now. It's not as lumpy, it's not as twitchy. Even the throttle, I've not had the remapping that's a lot of people have had when they're buying it new. So we're still on the old mapping with the throttle tweak that I've uploaded a while back. And yeah, I really like it. It's a really nice riding experience. So trying to avoid all this shale on the road. If I was on the DSX, I'd be flying around these bends. It just gives you more confidence. And I'll catch you in the next one. So ride safe, keep an eye out. I'm going to get a couple of videos up on Android Auto, CarPlay Auto for the DSX. I've had 2 units sent out. One is a CarPuride 702. I'm in the middle of doing a review on that one, and the other one is a Lampto unit, a 5.5 unit. Now I may find that a bit small, I may not, but I'll get the 2 reviews out for you. Give me a like, give me a So guys, this is a bit of bonus footage. Heading to a town called Theatha to hand the bike over to the new owner. Stonking hot. We've got an amber weather warning in this region today and tomorrow and Friday for temperatures exceeding 41 degrees. So not the best afternoon to get out and meet this guy to transfer the bike over. But these things have to be done. So the scenery's stunning, but my legs are on fire. The engine's whacking out some heat. Plus the heat as I'm riding is like riding into a hot hair dryer. So it's very warm. Still very beautiful, but very warm. Thumbs up, follow my channel, and do subscribe. It does help me out an awful lot. It's just a sign that people appreciate people taking time to make these videos and get them out to you guys. So again guys, ride safe, enjoy your motorcycling, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out guys.